Hello, hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Last episode, we set up a whole bunch more farms to get some bulk seeds automated. Of course, I'm still working on filling out some of these seeds. I had not a lot of prosperity shards. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes, we're using all of these seeds and all of this essence to craft lots of blocks and craft those into compressed blocks, which we need for the pulsating black hole, which is one of the items used for the ATM star. So we're technically part of the way there, one item down. So what are we gonna do next? Well, today I think I'd like to jump into ProjectE, and this has a couple of blocks and items that are used for the ATM star. So we can probably knock out all of these today, except for red matter, because we have to go through mechanism for that. That's okay though, we can get what we can and jump into it. Now the first thing we're going to need to start ProjectE is the Transmutation table. Looks like we need the Philosopher's Stone though, and we'll have to summon this. This takes Dragon's Breath and Mana Steel, which I don't have. Ooh. Okay, first things first, I am going to have to go to the end to get some... Oh geez, hang on. Some Dragon's Breath is what I'm trying to say. All we need to do is come into here and resummon the dragon. And then we're just gonna have to beat this guy up again. Also gonna go ahead and grab a Ender Dragon model. Even though I'm not gonna kill all 6 of them just yet. But we at least have one. Oh, I forgot to bring the thing to plug in. Anyway, this is what we really came for. Lots of this Dragon's Breath. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, lots of Dragon's Breath acquired. What was I even doing? Oh, that's right, I need the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, that means we have to do Botania. Okay. This shouldn't be too hard. Getting Botania stuff is going to be super easy, at least like the bare minimum. We need to start with a Petal Apothecary, which is going to allow us to craft functional flowers. The main one we need right now is the Pure Daisy. If we click on this, we can see how it's made. We're going to need 4 white petals from Botania, along with some seeds and water. There are mystical flower seeds. If we get these, we'll be able to craft any color of mystical flower pretty easily, just from the essence. So it may be worth it to get those, but I need all these other flowers first. To actually get Botania flowers, we need some floral fertilizer. And then we just right-click on some grass. And we can get some flowers going. And then hopefully that got us enough to get the seeds. Not sure. 1. Okay, I need more red. Okay, this ought to be enough. For sure. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We'll use this to make some mystical flower seeds. And be on our merry way. Now, with mystical flower essence, we should be able to craft any flower we want. For example, if we need those white flowers for the Pure Daisy, we can craft those right up. We need the petals, and then we can make Pure Daisy out of this. In our apothecary, we just need to add some water. And those petals, oh, you just toss them in, not right click. And then you toss in some seeds to get the Pure Daisy. Pop this guy down somewhere. Now we need to take some stone, and we're going to surround our Pure Daisy with this. And this is slowly going to convert this into living stone. While we're waiting on that, we need one more thing. And that is the Endoflame, made with 2 brown petals, a red and gray petal, light gray. And we're probably going to want more than one of these. So let's start crafting these up. Once you've made one, if you want to make the same thing again, you just add your water and then right click with an empty hand, and that will add back the same recipe that you just made. Makes it so you don't have to toss in every flower every time. Our living rock has converted, so we can go ahead and grab this. And with this living rock, we're going to make a mana pool. Now we need to actually start generating some mana. So we're going to take our Endoflames and pop some of them down. Now, Endoflames use a fuel source to generate mana. So for example, if we take a block of coal and throw it down, one of these is going to pick it up And I think I have particles turned off, but one of them is now generating some mana. So we need to automate dropping a fuel source into all of these endo flames. There is an easy way to automate this. We just need some living wood, which is made by converting logs with the pure daisy. This is going to get us the open crate. We're going to put this above a pressure plate. Now, any items that you put into the open crate are going to fall out into the world. So, for example, if we get some coal going, we can see it will automatically get dispensed. But the reason we need the pressure plate is so that we can only dispense one at a time. We could just do this with a little bit of redstone and then have this go up to the open crate using a repeater. And now any items that get dispensed should turn off the open crate once it's powered. So if we add 3 coal now, it should only dispense one at a time, and these endo flames are going to be able to pick it up. This is just because we don't want a whole bunch of coal just floating there in case any one of these doesn't need fuel. So the last thing I'm going to do to automate this process is connect this up to our ME system. And then if we attach an export bus and have this export coal blocks along with a crafting card, hopefully this will start getting some coal into it. There we go. And that's all you need to do to automate your mana setup. Oh, except it's not working. Not good. There we go. That should fix it. I moved this to a hopper so that it only imports one item at a time. The export bus, I think, was overflowing it, maybe. Okay, now that we're generating our mana, we actually need to get it into the mana pool itself. So we're going to do this. We need a couple of things. We need the Wand of the Forest, and we'll also need a mana spreader. Now, if we hook this up somewhere that it can access that mana pool, we want to connect all of our endo flames to this mana spreader by shift right clicking them and then clicking on the mana spreader. We can see whether or not they are connected by the little check mark. So we just need to connect all of these up. We can also see how full of these are of mana by that little bar underneath the name and how full the mana spreader is. Once all of these are connected, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to shift right click our mana spreader and connect it to our mana pool. And this should start sending some mana into the pool. Not sure why it's not though. Okay, I think I got it working. I just had to break and replace all of the endo flames, but now we can see this guy is sending some mana over here. We're getting some in our mana pool. For now, at least, the only item we need out of this is the mana steel, made by tossing an iron ingot in here. We just have to wait for it to fill up with some more mana. Once we do have enough mana in here to convert it, we just toss our iron ingot in to get a piece of mana steel. Now we need this for the Philosopher's Stone. I guess we need 2 pieces though. That's all for the Botania stuff for now. The only other thing we are missing is the Dark Nether Star. This takes obsidian ingots made by smelting obsidian with iron. And these are super easy to get. So let's just grab a couple of these and smelt them up. And that's literally it. Oh, you know what? I think I'm dumb. I think I know what was wrong. I think the redstone was turning off the mana spreader. That's why it wouldn't send anything. Jeez. There we go. Now we can actually get our mana steel. I'm gonna move this over here again. Now that we have all of the items that we need, we just need to add them to our summoning altar. And we need to add the catalyst, which is TNT, last. This will summon everything and get us the Philosopher's Stone. We can use this to craft the transmutation table. We can keep this. Now with the transmutation table, we can pop this bad boy down. And inside here, anything that has an EMC value, see if I can find something, like stuff we've been generating like this. We just toss this in here. and this will learn it and add all of the EMC that it had. You know what I'm trying to say. But now we can take as many of these as we want, so long as we have the EMC for it. But this gets even better, because we can take our transmutation table, and oh, do we need 2 of them? I think that if we take this and turn it into a transmutation tablet, first of all, you can use this anywhere now. You don't have to have it placed on the floor. But we can turn this into the transmutation terminal. We just need another ME terminal. And then red matter block. Oh, geez, we don't have those yet. Okay, we might not be able to do that then. Red matter takes plutonium, which is a mechanism ordeal, so we don't have that yet. That's all good. We at least have this tablet. And the next thing that we need to make is going to require some autocrafting, because we need eternalist fuel. This is basically a really compressed version of coal. So we can set up some autocrafting for this using a RF Tools crafter. I think that all we need to do is hook this up with an export bus. Let me actually set the recipes for this first. So we'll need to start from the beginning. Using 4 coal, and the Philosopher's Stone is going to get us alchemical coal. Let me make sure this is set to be off so we don't craft anything just yet. Then with that alchemical coal, we'll need 4 of those. I guess do I have to have them first? Yeah, so once we have a piece of alchemical coal, we can add the next recipe. Oh, and then we want to make sure that this is set to keep that Philosopher's Stone in the internal buffer. Wait. Yes. So this first one, we want the alchemical coal and the Philosopher's Stone to stay in the internal buffer. This one, we also want the same thing. That way, any of the items that are used or all of the items that are getting crafted just go back in this inventory here. And then the last one we'll need is with the Mobius fuel. Geez. And this one we want to set to external, but we want that crafting item to go back into the inventory. So that should take care of that. And that should be all we need, I think. Let's set an export bus to import coal, along with a crafting card and some acceleration. And there we go. That should start crafting some Eternalist fuel. Although I'm not sure why it's not importing coal, because this should be really fast. Oh geez, somehow I have no coal essence. That would do it. Well, anyway, we have some now at least. We need a full block of this though, for the dark matter catalyst. I'm making some coal seeds so that, oh, I forgot about you, so that we can get some Eternalist fuel faster, because it seemed like we were using quite a lot of our coal. So now that we have 9 Eternalist fuel, we're going to take this and make a block out of it. And this is going to be used as the next ingredient for dark matter, which is going to be the next thing we need to grab here. And it is also used for the dimensional seed and a couple of the other items we need for the star. So let's get this. The only thing we're missing is Enderium. And we can make Enderium seeds, so we may as well go ahead and do that. We just need 4 ingots of this, which is lead, powdered ender pearls, or just ender pearls, and diamond dust. Should be easy. Now, I would like to kind of find out if there's a way to automate the summoning altar. Okay, so I'm hoping this isn't going to be too hard to do. Oh, I need to take down all of these anyway. Oh no, bye-bye. Okay, I think my plan for this is to get a pattern provider down. And of course, we'll need a pattern for dark matter, which will go back here. And then if I just use the summoning altar next to this, I hope it just pushes all of the items in there. We may want to turn on blocking mode so that it only sends one of each item at a time. And if we request more than 1 dark matter, it won't put a whole crazy amount in there. So I believe if I request one of these now, Oh, I'm missing netherite, scrap, and enderium. Hold on. Alright, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about netherite. I could go for the bee, which shouldn't be too hard, I think. That seems to be the easiest way of getting the netherite scrap automatically, I think. Let's try that. Oh man, I still need so many bees. Lapis bee, blue banded, redstone. Okay, the first bee we need is the redstone bee, made by the chocolate mining bee and the glowing bee. Oh no, come back. Now that we have the redstone bee, we need to combine that with the blue banded bee, which you get from an acacia nest. So combining these two together is going to get us a lapis bee. Sweet, there's the lapis bee. And then combining this with an ender bee, that will get us a diamond bee. And then we'll breed a couple of these up, because the last step is to give the diamond bee a netherite block to turn it into the ancient bee. I just need to get a hive set up for these guys so they can start producing some combs. Right, so giving the diamond bee a block of netherite. Oh no! Ah, please stop dying. Please stop dying. I swear to goodness. Why does it take so long to mine netherite? Jesus. Please don't die. Okay, you're fine, you're fine. Ah, jeez. Let's get this guy in a hive. Oh, he's gone. Okay, take two with the simulator upgrade. And some productivity upgrades for those guys as well. I don't know why those guys keep dying. They weren't doing that originally, I swear. Well, either way, we should start getting some ancient bee combs. I also totally forgot to give these guys a feeding slab. Whoops. No wonder they weren't making anything. Alright, and then hopefully we'll see some netherite scrap come through. Yippee. And that should take care of automatic netherite. And can we request dark matter now? Let's try this. Oh, I forgot to go back here to see if it would work. Okay, so it did add all of the items. It added the Eternalist fuel. Not last, though. That's gonna be a problem. I've realized what I need to do. By adding this pattern here and making the Eternalist fuel go in last. What was that other thing? I just lost. Sky Steel. Oh, crap. I didn't need that. I need the Eternalist fuel to go in last, is what I'm trying to say. So that way, that's the last item that it adds, because it will go through these slots one by one. So if I do it like this, and add this pattern, and try this again. There we go. Oh, it kind of pops out into the world, so we need a way to collect that. Probably just with an item collector. These things are pretty easy. So if I just put this on top of here, this should send it straight back into the pattern provider. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, beautiful. That works perfectly. If I try to request more than one, I'm still missing netherite scrap. Bees aren't productive enough. Well, either way, it does work, I think. That's literally so simple. So we'll need quite a lot of this dark matter stuff. There are other couple of things from ProjectE that we need to make using dark matter. We do also need red matter, but we're not able to get this quite yet because we need plutonium for mechanism, which is something that I think we're going to do next time. And we also need this Klein Star Omega for the Oblivion Shard. That guy is quite a lot. Just because of how much Mobius fuel that's going to take. So I think my plan is to save that for last. And make sure that I can get all of the Eternalist fuel that I need to get first. And then that way we can make it backwards. Because we can unconvert Eternalist fuel to get Mobius fuel. So we can do that later. For now, though, let's look at what else we need to craft for the ATM item star, or for the ATM star items. We'll need Swift Wolf's Rending Gale. These are just a couple of rings that we need to grab. We should be able to get all of the ones, all of the single ones. What am I talking about? Okay, this one first. Let's just add recipes for all this. And the Iron Band. And I probably won't be able to request 18 of these right away. Yeah, we're missing quite a lot of stuff. Shoo! We can at least grab one, though. And then the other one we need is the Ring of Arcana. And this is 4 rings combined with some red matter. Oh, we need the Rending Gale anyway. And the Swift Wolf one is used for the improbable probability device. So let's take that guy and add it into here. And we are actually already missing some Eternalist fuel. We're gonna need some more coal, probably. A different way to generate lots of coal. I don't think these seeds are gonna be able to keep up. Anyway, let me add patterns for the other rings that we need. We can grab the main ring pattern, the Harvest Goddess band. Everything there is easy, aside from the stuff we don't have, obviously. Flint and steel pattern. And the 0 ring is going to be some snow. Do I have... Oh, easy way to get snow. Looks like it. Snowman drops? Oh, I don't have those. Don't make a pattern for that. So if I try to request one of these right now, and yeah, so the snow, that'll be an easy one to get. I think we can make ice seeds. Yeah, I don't have those yet. Ice seeds are super easy to get. So let me go ahead and make some of those. Cool, now we can make up a whole bunch of snow. I made 2 patterns on accident. And there's no real way to like automatically craft snowballs. So we can just grab a shovel and do that. And that should be enough snowballs to last us forever. Hopefully. If not, easy to get more. Let me look at this ring now. Yeah, so all we're missing is that red matter and some Eternalist fuel. I also realized that if we can find another way to generate some power besides using all this coal in the reactors, honestly, we could probably stop using those now. To save us some coal. Hopefully that gets us a little boost. And yeah, so basically all we need left is the red matter, which we're going to do mechanism probably next episode to get those plutonium pellets, and the Ring of Arcana, and that takes care of Project E. We also need an Eternalist fuel block for the Philosopher's fuel, one of the other items. So let me get this tossed in here. And dark matter is used in the dimensional seed, along with those seeds. So we have that now, and we're doing good, I think. So I think that's going to do it for Project E. I hope this episode isn't too short. I feel like we didn't do that much. Oh, also, come back here. A little base update, in case I didn't show this off. Just been doing a little in-between work. Decorated the wall and everything. Got the ceiling going with some nice greenery. And I put all of the pillars in place. So let me know what you think of the whole base design going on. Obviously, this is going to come back through here. This building is going to go in eventually for some industrial foregoing, I think. And then I'm going to need a spot for mechanism sooner or later. So we'll figure that out. But until then, I hope you enjoyed today's Project E episode. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.